Travis died April 27th, 2007. It's been 9 years. And actually this last April 27th, I was talking with his sister, with Ryan, and I said, "How are you feeling?" And she said, "Actually, it's been really tough on me." She said, "I don't know why this year, but maybe it's because next year it's gonna be 10 years, and it feels like it was 10 weeks ago." So you have these incredible men who you served with, and in some ways they're frozen in time. My buddy's James' son, Matt Axelson, they died June 28th, 2005, serving in Afghanistan. And you talk with, I talked recently with James's sister, you talk with the Axelson family, and you just recognize that they would love nothing more than they would love nothing more than to have their brother or their son back. And that's not going to happen, and they know that. So we all have to make a decision about what we're going to do about that. And the decision that I've made, the decision that so many of the veterans who we've worked with have made, is that we're going to make sure that that they didn't die for nothing. That the sacrifice that they made is going to be valuable because of the way that we live our lives. I came home and I went to Bethesda, to the Naval Hospital, to visit with some recently returned wounded Marines. And you walk into one of those hospital rooms and you're talking to very young men and women. They're often 19, 20, 21 years old. I asked them all, "What do you want to do when you recover?" And they all said to me, "I want to return to my unit." They all said, "I want to return to my unit." Now the harsh reality is that a lot of these men and women were not going to be able to return to their unit. One guy had lost both of his legs, another lost use of his right arm, part of his right lung, another lost a good part of his hearing. But as I was going around talking to all of these men and women, I found myself saying to each one of them, "We still need you. You still have something to offer. You still have value." Because what you could see was happening at the time already, just as they'd come back to Bethesda, you talked to these men and women and they just weren't sure what was going to happen next. And they're obviously people of incredible courage. They'd been fighting in Afghanistan, they'd been fighting in Iraq, but now they've come home and they're ripped away from their team, they're ripped away from their sense of purpose, and it's really unclear what's going to happen next. And so I just found myself saying to all of them, "We still need you." The government was failing my friends. They'd taken an oath to defend the Constitution. They'd taken on Al-Qaeda. But what I saw is that as they came home, too many of them were being broken and mistreated by our own government. And I think what a lot of the veterans needed and what they wanted was they wanted somebody who's willing to come to them and ask them to continue to serve again. And so I donated my combat pay from Iraq. A couple friends put in money from their disability checks, and we used that to start The Mission Continues.